Hey, Dr. Mannino here, and today we're going to talk about stress. I know it's a topic that we all pretty much deal with, and if we sort of step back and look at the definitions, all kinds of definitions out there, and know that this word just by itself can stress you out, but isn't there some positive aspects of stress? My thought is working out. Well, the lack of stress to my muscle will weaken it and make it more vulnerable to injury and harm. Versus when I apply stress, I'm pushing it, I'm challenging it to grow bigger and stronger. So first the thought was, let's sort of neutralize what this word is and realize that it pretty much is, it's all proportional to what you're dealing with. In a lot of places, people aren't under enough stress to create change and growth and improvement in their lives. Other times they're running away from it and perceiving it as something that's bad or hurtful or harmful. Today I'm going to talk about what definitely is the things that we want to avoid around this and how potentially we may be able to use it. And I'm going to simply define stress as something that impinges upon your freedom. Your freedom to do what you want when you want. Your freedom to explore new relationships or new jobs or businesses or even territories. It becomes this idea that anytime you can't do what you want when you want, obviously that's legal and moral and ethical, then there may be some stress. There's also some ideas that where you are versus where you want to be, well, that difference is stressful. If you really want to be healthy and they just told you you have diabetes or cancer, probably a lot of stress because that's really far from where you want to be. Versus, hey, you're 5 pounds overweight, not too bad. So begin to look at this as stress as either potentially a motivating aspect of your life, and how can it be used to create some change and growth, versus this is bad, this is hurtful, this is painful, I just need to eliminate it, right? So first, begin to just sort of think of we all want more freedom. Whenever we talk about goals and dreams and desires, what we're really talking about is, I want more freedom. If you set a financial goal, what you're really saying is, I want more freedom around my money, to be able to spend and give and contribute it to whatever level. You're saying, I want a goal with my relationship. Well, what you're really saying is, I want more freedom to express love and be loved. Say, I have a goal for a new job or career. I want freedom in utilizing my gifts and talents. So it all comes down to, when we look at neurologically and what really is motivating us, we're all driven at a core level to experience more freedom in every area, in any area of life. But this can get in the way. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be looking at. First is this, and this is what everybody is familiar with and we can all relate to. It's called situational stress. Situational stress is what the nervous system has been designed to deal with and cope with. Situational stress in the sense of something shows up that says, this experience in this moment is impinging upon my freedom. For example, you're in the ocean, having a great vacation, white sand, beaches, blue, crystal blue water, and you're out swimming and splashing, right? And feeling pretty free, pretty good. All of a sudden, you see a fin coming across the water, and you hear the Jaws theme playing in your head. In that moment, that experience is certainly impinging upon your freedom because you want to get the heck out of the water and save yourself. We call that a fight or flight response. That is what the nervous system has been designed for, is to assess your environment. What's going on? Are you safe or are you at threat? Is there something that potentially could impinge upon your freedom? Not only your ability to enjoy your family in the water, but your life or a limb, right? And so this is a good thing. Situational stress is exactly what your nervous system has been designed to do. Not only physically primarily physically, but the tricky part is psychologically, which opens the door to the second part. So you understand the situation. Maybe it is a financial scenario. Maybe you need to find some money quick to pay that bill or to handle that situation that just come up, a little stressful, but this is what I talked about, right? There's an opportunity at hand to make something happen, to manifest, or to force me to call upon some deeper qualities and gifts and skills to make some immediate change in my environment to make this thing go away. Because not being able to pay this bill or needing this, coming up short with this money, that's impinging on my freedom right now. So I'm going to do something about it to make it happen, right? Or, right, the flip side, it takes you out. You go on some antidepressants or other, which opens up the door to more problems potentially. But this stressful situation around money or finance definitely creates stress, but also an opportunity. Okay? So one, again, you got a shark in the water. Well, I'm physically threatened. Two, I don't have enough money. The lack of money is not threatening my life. But neurologically, we get that it's not uncomfortable. The knot in the stomach, whether it's a shark in the water or you just got an eviction notice, feels the same way to your nervous system. Both are threatening or impinging upon your freedom. But the difference is, get out of the water, pay the bill, get a loan, make something happen, fix it and get over it, right? The second one is the one where is more insidious, because this is the one that we're not aware of. We're definitely aware of the shark in the water. We're definitely aware that I don't have enough money to pay that bill. But what about stress that you don't know? What about the stress that your nervous system is under that you're not consciously aware of? Okay? This is what we call sustained stress. The sustained stress is much deeper, much more harmful, and much more insidious, simply because you don't even know you're stressing. Harvard University did a study, 100 people, asked them, "Are you stressed?" Right? 50% said, "Yeah, I'm losing it. I'm out of here." The other 50%, "No, I'm good, doing okay." They did a test called heart rate variability, which is the definitive test to measure sustained, or what we call physiological stress. Meaning the body, the nervous system, was under stress, even though they weren't consciously aware of it. They perceived that they were okay. They perceived that there was no potential threat. There was nothing that they could see, a shark or money, that was impinging upon their freedom. But this test revealed that 95% of the participants were in fact under a state of physiological stress. Their nervous system perceived that there was a shark in the water and they couldn't pay the bill. And so here you can begin to see the problem with this and why stress is is the number one killer. We get into all the details around that, what happens neurologically when you are in this state, acidic buildup, all kinds of physiological shifts that your nervous system is acting like there's a shark in the water, you can't pay your bills all the time, because you can't shut it off, because you don't even know that your nervous system is going through this or is in this state of being. Because if you did, you'd say, "Holy cow, nervous system, we got to help you out. You're like in this constant state of fight or flight," which, as you can see, leads to all kinds of health problems, whether it's adrenal failure, acidic buildup, toxicity, any number of things. Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, all related to those things that I just mentioned. Okay? And so, the research, the study shows there's a lot of people out there that are stressed out and don't even know it. And at the root of this, it's okay, well, if it's not a shark, and if it's not money, and I appear to be okay, and I think I'm okay, then what's going on in my nervous system that is stressing it out, that it's worried about? And we call that a conditioned belief system. the level of the autonomic nervous system, brainstem, cerebellum, and midbrain, is operating at a level of dysfunction about who it thinks you are. Essentially, when we talk about beliefs and limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging beliefs, you've probably heard those terms. What we know for sure is you only have one belief. Who am I? Am I safe? Is my identity intact? And so on the surface level, we understand why a shark or not having money would impinge on our freedom, would make us feel unsafe or not sure or threatened. At a subconscious level, the only thing that threatens the nervous system, the only thing that impinges upon your freedom at that level of your consciousness is when you don't believe the truth about who you are. When you've accepted something about yourself that is not accurate. I'm unworthy. I'm not lovable. I'm stupid. I'm not good enough. You've heard of some of these things, right? This is what the subconscious is thinking about. This is the thing that's constantly replaying over and over and over again at the level of your subconscious. And tragically, most of these programs and most of these ideas and concepts happen very early in life. But because the nervous system is like a computer, once it learns it, once it's programmed, it keeps replaying that program over and over again. It doesn't work on accuracy or fact or what is right. It just works on what it's been told. And so this idea of sustained physiological stress has nothing to do about money, has nothing to do about sharks, has nothing to do about parents, kids, spouses, bosses, work, or anything. It only has one thing. Who do I think I am? Who have I accepted at a level of my subconscious mind? Who I am to be and what life is to be like. And based on the research, there's a lot of people out there who have accepted something different, accepted something less than their true self, their higher self, their purpose and their gifts and their strengths, all perfect, all beautiful from the Creator, right? But at some level, there's disconnect. At some level, it wasn't embraced fully. And so ultimately, how we can heal and address situational stress, but ultimately the key with addressing physiological or sustained stress is what we call breakthrough. Identifying and beginning to discover what the subconscious mind actually thinks about you. What kind of thoughts does it generate or repeat about you? And in this journey and in this process, it's not only one of self-discovery and learning gifts and talents and ability, it's also one of healing. It's also one of completion. It's also one of a higher expression of who you are, because the nervous system finally gets it right, finally has an opportunity to accept and embrace what's true and what's good and what's powerful about you. And in that space and in that moment, sustained physiological stress goes away.